Well, remember H&M put out that ad that had the little black boy in the coolest monkey in the jungle hoodie. Now his Kenyan coon mother came out and say, what's the big deal? And she didn't have an issue with it. But we don't really care what she has to say because H&M know good and well what they were doing. Now in Johannesburg, South Africa, the EFF, led by Julius Malema, they had an issue with that. They didn't want H&M in South Africa anymore. They was going to protest and shut that down. Let's roll the clip.
EFF members have stormed several H&M stores countrywide in protest against a clothing ad labeled as racist. Some of the stores were trashed with stock scattered across the floor. Now, the offensive ad shows a black boy wearing a t-shirt with the words, "the coolest monkey in the jungle." The EFF taking its disgust with the ad right into the Swedish clothing retailer. Party supporters, as you can see, can be seen trashing stores and kicking clothing rails around. And some of the H&M stores have since been closed, with police keeping a close watch. The ad caused outrage on social media. The store later on removed it and apologized for any offense caused. H&M stores in Pretoria, Menlyn and in Sandton are reported to be the worst affected.
We are here to protest to make sure that this shop, we call the H&M, to close because it's one of the racist shops that we've been experienced. I believe you all see in the medias how this shop is being acting in behalf of our black people. We don't want them to say anything to us. We are telling them to close the shop. And then if they're not going to close the shop, they must just know we're going to be here almost every day, starting from today.
Remember last week, Donald Trump stated that African nations were poop hole countries. Yet that mall in Johannesburg looks no different than any mall that is around the Houston area. You see, they tell you that, black people, because they want you to stay away from African nations, because they want to keep you here and hold you hostage. I firmly believe that, because if we had a movement of saying, let's get passports for all black people so we can travel back and forth to African nations, do business, or maybe if some of us want to live there, they would have a problem with that. Trust me, just like they had a problem with Marcus Garvey trying to take black people to Liberia. They found a way to stop him. You have to look into that and ask that question. Why hold black people here? Why? But the EFF would not put up with that with H&M. They say you're not going to disrespect black people like that. And I've been watching and following the EFF for a while, and how they are very vocal and that they don't tolerate a lot of things in South Africa. They're always standing up. And I have definitely tried to reach out many times to Julius Malema to see if we can even get an interview with him, because that brother, he stands up. He don't back down. I've seen how his interviews were when them folks trying to ask him questions. He put them in their place extremely quick. He is not docile at all. But they protested. The protests, got a little out of hand. And that's when you seen the result of it. But what was the end result? They shut down a bunch of H&Ms in South Africa and say, you're not going to do no business here. What are we saying about all that is this. Black people have to stop allowing people to disrespect us. If we don't have no pride within ourselves to defend ourselves, to boycott, protest, or whatever we think we need to do with these companies, then they're going to continue to do what they're doing. Worldwide, people think they can disrespect us. You notice they don't do this to no other group of people but black people, and it's a constant thing that they're doing. It's because we haven't shown them that, no, you're going to respect us like you respect everyone else. So for me, as I stated before, I don't shop at H&M on a good day. So boycotting is easy for me, but even if I did shop there, I could definitely do without. I've been boycotting the NFL. I haven't watched the down of it. People asking me, you seen the NFL? No. I said, I refuse to watch it because they did to Colin Kaepernick. I stick to my guns on boycotts. The only thing I can't boycott is oxygen and food. Anything else I can boycott. So shout out to the EFF for standing up in South Africa and defending their rights. Now, what a few members of the EFF done in the stores, that's not a representation of the whole group. That's just some individual people that decided to take things just a little further than what they should have. So that's not a stain on the EFF. It's just those individuals. And the police, I guess they didn't arrest them for it. So I don't know. Because, you know, when certain people do the same thing here in America behind a sports game, you know, they just say, oh, it's just individuals that did that, and they were just excited. Well, you know, same thing. But leave me a comment there. Know what you think about this. Share the video, like the commentary, subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell to find out when you post new news stories or live streams.